Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of The Tonight Show with your favorite host, Mr. Bright. We all have memories we wish we could forget. On the other hand, these people from the Reddit-verse were brave enough to share their most embarrassing, frustrating, and epic failures with the whole world. The first photo we have for you was shared by a mother who wanted to get the perfect birthday gift for her son. Kids these days don't consider traditional toys as real gifts, you know. Smartphones and other technological gadgets are the most popular choices. Keeping that in mind, she decided to get him a PlayStation 5, but once the gift arrived, the product package was already ripped open, and inside it, there was a giant brick instead of the video game console. The worst part is she was able to tell this was made during the shipment process and not by the seller, because the email she got when her package was shipped said it weighed 17.5 pounds. However, the brick weighed around 30 pounds. Hope she was able to get a refund. And if not, at least her kid will be able to play real-life Minecraft now. Let's look at the second photo now. It's fair to assume that the person who shared this photo worked at a diner or a restaurant, but we don't know if they still do after this happened. When these new customers arrived, the waiter probably greeted them and took their orders with a big smile. After they were done enjoying their meals, they paid the bill and left. But they also left a big surprise on the table for the waiter: a $100 bill tip. If you're thinking, that's super generous, just wait. When the waiter unfolded the bill, they saw a "You got pranked" printed on it. So the tip was fake money. Well, that's one way to develop trust issues. Let's hope the actual payment for the coffee was real at least. Okay, on to the third photo. This guy knocked a bottle over by mistake and made quite a mess. But the funny thing is, it landed perfectly upside down, without the drink in it spilling altogether. What are the chances? Anyhow, he was facing a new problem now, and it was how to pick it up without ruining the wooden floor even more and humiliating himself. If the bottle flipping challenge existed back then, I guess he would both win and lose at the same time. Here is one crazy idea if this happens to you. Just carefully cut a hole on the top of the bottle. Insert a straw and continue enjoying your drink. Or flip the house upside down. Let's take a look at the fourth photo, which illustrates a very awkward snowstorm moment. The Reddit user who took this photo posted it from Lake Tahoe, which is known to have dry summers and chilly winters with regular snowfall. However, during the winter this year, they woke up one morning only to see that the snow was Narnia level. It's likely that they immediately went out to check the condition of their car, but it was nowhere to be seen. The streets and roads were all covered in snow that was almost as high as the trees. Then, they spotted it, the broken rearview mirror of their car. One can assume the snow removal truck played a part in its fate. Yet at that point, they probably were just hoping the damage was not worse than they imagined. I bet digging it out was good cardio. And the fact that this type of snow is almost as hard as cement possibly didn't help them either. They even commented that if you were to punch it, it would break a knuckle. Let's hope their boss was not expecting them to be at work on time. Anyway, now you know why there's usually a parking ban before heavy snowstorms like this. The fifth photo we have for you is going to remind you of how annoying plane rides can be. A plane ride can easily turn into a nightmare. The reason why this Reddit user's travel experience ended up being one was because of the lady sitting behind them who suddenly placed her foot on their armrest. Let's hope her feet didn't stink at least. Guess the best solution if this ever happens is to act as any rational person would do and call the flight attendant. This sixth photo here will teach you about the importance of reading instruction manuals. There was a time when everybody was getting air purifiers for their home, and so did this Reddit user. He was running it every day, but probably there was no change in the air quality of his house whatsoever, and here is why. Once he checked out what the problem might be, he realized the filter was covered in plastic the whole time. Well, at least the motor didn't burn due to his giant mistake. And looking on the bright side, he saved some money on filter replacements. You know how they say, the early bird gets the worm? The 7th photo we have for you is here to prove there's some truth to that saying. During one weekend, this Reddit user headed for the grocery store to buy a rotisserie chicken for themselves. But to their disappointment, there was none left. As they were making their way to the exit, that's when they saw this lady walking past them. Her shopping cart was full of all the rotisserie chicken in the store. She beat them to it. I guess that's why some stores put limits on the number of products a person can buy. But here's a tip for all the bulk buyers out there. Just call your local grocery store ahead of time and inform them about your big order. Our next photo is going to make you wish there was some sort of refund policy on failed travel plans. This Reddit user has not been on vacation since 2020. That's why he was very excited to go to Mexico with his family on a cruise ship. Little did he know that it was going to suck. On the very first day, he slipped and broke his foot. He had to spend the rest of the trip sitting in a wheelchair, missing out on all the fun. We hope he gets the vacation he deserves soon. I hope you're not eating anything right now because our 9th photo might cause you to lose your appetite. This Reddit user headed to one of the most famous donut stores to get herself a treat. She ordered a turkey croissant. Then she had to wait 20 minutes for her order to be prepared. Things got even worse when she opened the wrapping paper and saw her food in this condition. It looks as if her croissant had been heated in Mordor. And it definitely doesn't resemble any type of food anymore. You know what I'm saying? The next photo we have for you is kind of alarming. If you're one of those people who leave their dirty dishes in the sink until it's full, you may want to change that habit. Because this is what happened to one Reddit user's hand after washing the dishes for 20 minutes. But don't worry, this doesn't happen to just anyone. We don't know whether this guy has it or not, but apparently it's a very rare condition called aquagenic wrinkling of the palms. In any case, using dish gloves will not hurt. The last photo we have will make you question if Jack and the Beanstalk was a real story all this time. Because either these chicken wings are too small, or this guy who's holding one is a giant. After talking to the server about the unusual size of his meal, he was informed that this could have been caused by the new supplier they were working with. Well, they better find a new one quickly if they want to keep their customers. Am I right? That's it for tonight, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on The Tonight Show with Mr. Bright.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.